Hello, my name is Jim, and this is your Daily Brogue for the 25th of August, 2021. We're back in the correct zone. So now I was talking about some issues I was just hearing one guy discuss. I shouldn't say he was complaining too much, but felt a little bit insulted. Right, so I was talking about this on the 12th, I guess, is where it shows up for you. But to me, I was just talking about it a second ago. And so this guy, no, this is not right. This is incorrect. Oh no, here we can do it this way. Okay, so this guy, John McWhorter, he has two lives. Okay. By day, he is a mild-mannered linguist, talking about things like the evolution of language and how languages mix and things like that. Right? How they mix and evolve and so on. By night, he does racial commentary. So he's a black man, and so every once in a while he talks about race. Actually, the place that I hear him most now. Well, I shouldn't say that because I listen to his podcast. Lexicon Valley. Lexicon Valley is his podcast. And I also hear him on something called The Glenn Show, which is him with Glenn Lowry, who is an economist, who's also black, and also has views that are outside of those that are acceptable, right? We should say. So this is basically discussing people who have views there are views that are acceptable, views that you're allowed to have, and views that are unacceptable, views that you're not allowed to have. And they have some views about the plight of black people that they're not allowed to have. They are not ultra-right views, but they are not the views that are in vogue in studies departments. Okay, so I did not see. Did you see a place with a? There we go. And he got a little bit annoyed by someone saying, that he should not talk about race because he doesn't have the correct background. Okay, so I'm going to go play with potions. Now this was a sociologist, and this is going to be problematic. Being a sociologist is problematic. It really is. So, this was a sociologist who felt, and maybe for somebody who had spent, I'm not sure how many years in graduate school, purportedly thinking about things. We'll talk about that later. Like this. They feel there's a certain way to do this, and each sort of academic department has a feeling that they know better than others, right? Biologists think they're smarter than fishermen because fishermen think that whales are fish, right? Or something along those lines. And I generally think, personally, that it's perfectly fine for say biologists to make classification systems that ignore what people generally say, right? That is absolutely okay. In fact, that's essential. However, they do need to be cognizant of the fact that because they've decided there's a difference between an ichthyopod and an elasmobranch and a cetacean, that does not require the language to change for the for the rest of everyone else. Now, there might be good reasons why somebody might want to make a distinction between a whale and a fish, and so I'm not saying that there's something wrong with the biologists for making that distinction. All I'm saying is that the biologists don't get to wander over to a bunch of people who actually live with fish, rather than 18-year-olds, and tell them, we've decided this is the right way to think about this, so you're going to have to shut up. Right? We have some sort of special knowledge, some sort of special way of constructing reality that is more true than the common one. Because the biologists don't. The biologists have a fairly crappy taxonomy scheme. Right? So, taxonomy is what you do. It's proto-scientific. Let's put it that way, right? It's an operational definition, right? Now, or at least the cladistics is operational. It's not actually scientific. There's no science involved in cladistics, which is the way say, biologists make their taxonomies. Plenty of reasons to think that a biologist's taxonomy is more carefully done and, reflects the needs of a biologist. Better than a Okay, I am on depth 5. I will equip my war axe and try a couple of these guys. G, enchanting. Would help me right away. I do want that to go into war axe. And M is remove curse. Malevolent energy disperses. Oh, I hadn't even noticed that was cursed. Okay, I've been bad. Yeah, we'll go back to the dagger. So there are all sorts of reasons why the biologist's taxonomy, even if it's done with cladistics, is better than what you'd get from a fisherman for most purposes. But that doesn't give the biologist in this proto-scientific endeavor, right, license to feel as if they have a better method to get towards the truth. They're not there yet. Okay, so probably get to hear this again.